here at the halftime of these 1 o'clock games. I got the Iceman Jesse Shield joining me here today. We're going to talk a little bit about the first halves, what maybe to look forward to 4 o'clock games, look forward to these second halves. Jess, just looking at these games so far in the first half, it seems like pretty much everything seemed to be going to form a little bit, except the Raiders not being able to score.
Yeah, I saw a lot of late money coming in on the Raiders too, and I was really close to pulling the trigger on them myself, but I ended up just sticking with a Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown prop, which I still have a chance to cash in the second half. But yeah, I don't like the looks of their offense so far.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. I mean, Devontae Adams is probably wishing he didn't go there now. He doesn't seem to be getting much love.
I don't know. He's probably not missing out on much in Green Bay either, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know that. Yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
point.
at least he gets a chance to live in Vegas instead of Wisconsin.
Uh, I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. But hey, we can't all live. Yeah, can't all live in Thailand either.
That's true.
I mean,
I
but
keep, if I keep going 1-7 like I did yesterday, I won't be living in Thailand either. But I have faith that there's better days ahead.
yeah, I didn't.
You
I
know,
didn't have a good Saturday either.
I'm not shy to brag after a good day, so I better come forward with it and let everybody know that I was 1-7 yesterday. Lost my ass. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens, right? It happens. Like I said, I lost the first three yesterday. Got lucky to win two, and then yeah, losing day. But well, that's what we're here for. Come back and get them back the next day. So yeah, the Cowboys look like they're back to their ways. Detroit's offense is back to scoring, but that helps when you're playing that Miami
I'm
Dolphins
I'm,
defense.
I'm sure Detroit's going to blow it in the fourth quarter, though. They're going to look great for about 3.5 quarters, and you know
Hey,
it's going to
hey,
be a late touchdown for Miami to come from behind and win. I'm sure.
well, I'm kind of hoping, but hey, but yeah. Hey, I'm from Michigan. Not a huge Detroit team a fan of Detroit teams. Yeah, Lions, like you said, the Lions will Lions and find a way to lose this one somehow. It's kind of what I expect every Sunday. It's kind of what I look forward to on my Sundays, the Lions games. How will they lose this week?
Great game for fantasy players, daily DFS guys. Plenty of points there, I see.
Yeah, yep. It's now. You got Philadelphia. They're kind of having their way with Pittsburgh here, 21-10. As you talk about New Orleans, 17-0 over Vegas. Minnesota, 14-10 over Arizona. Atlanta, Atlanta scored late second quarter to go up 14-10 over Carolina. But it seems like all the kind of like the good games or what games that look good on paper are coming in the 4 o'clock games. Anything you like in those games or any thoughts?
I only have one play today, and it's on the 49ers. I don't mind giving it out because normally you don't get a ton of sales after you go 1-7 on Saturday, and anybody who did want to buy it probably has already bought it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do like San Francisco against the Rams. I mean, they got the Rams number, and they've lost a couple in a row. I know the Rams are coming out of a bye week, but I just don't like the way the Rams are looking with the Super Bowl hangover and Stafford throwing 8 picks to 6 interceptions so far this year. They don't quite have the personnel they had. I don't think they've got you know, after you get fat and sassy, you've been winning for too long. You tend to get a bit of a wake up call, like a 1-7 Saturday for a handicapper. For them, it's missed the playoffs after winning the Super Bowl, maybe.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm on San Francisco also. I think there is something wrong with Stafford's elbow. He's just not throwing the ball as well as he has in the past. That offensive line's terrible. They do get their center back, but I'm not sure how much that makes difference that's going to make. And they can't run the ball. So,
And it's like the plan is let's throw it to Cooper Cup, and it doesn't go beyond that. And if
yeah.
that's all you got, well, everybody knows you're going there. That's how you end up with more picks than you have touchdowns.
Yep. And I had, I had him on my drafted my fantasy. I thought Allen Robinson was going to have a big year this year. And, he played. You always say he seemed to have good years in Chicago before their quarterback things, and then and he goes there, and I figured he'd have a good year with Stafford, and I don't know, he always seems to be.
Stafford won't even look at him.
Yeah, he always seems to be non-existent. So
I guess they get Van Jefferson back today, so that could help them.
Some interesting games. I think interesting, sort of because of the lines. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Just thinking on that Washington Colts game. Colts going with Sam Ehlinger.
Well, I must admit, and I hate to admit it, but I didn't watch the
first, and they're.
I didn't watch the Colts game against the Titans, and but I watched the Colts' previous game, the win over the Jaguars, and I thought Matt Ryan was phenomenal in that game. But his offensive line was letting him down. I mean, he was under pressure, getting knocked around. He got hit a bunch of times. Didn't have a lot of time, but he did really well. And then I missed the game against the Titans, and I heard he was horrible. But I'm not sure if that analysis is factoring in if his offensive line's giving any time. I mean, you can't blame the quarterback if the offensive line doesn't give the quarterback time, right?
Right.
So and if you're going to change quarterbacks, you throw in and you're going to go to a rookie. How's that going to work out? I don't see it working out myself.
The only thing Ehlinger has over Ryan is, he's not a statue. At least he can move, and he might be able to get out of the pocket. But still, he's still only a rookie, and
well, I mean, Justin Fields can move around pretty good. Lamar Jackson can move around pretty good. There's a lot of guys that can move around pretty good that if their offensive line's not giving them time and they don't have enough weapons to work with, I mean, Justin Fields is a great example of that.
Well, I agree with you. I'm not saying that's good. He's going to make a huge difference with that team. But I think that's their thinking, and they're also they know if they play Matt Ryan and he gets hurt, then they're going to owe him like $30 million next season. So I think they're just better off putting him on the bench. And that offensive line, that 2 years ago, that was supposed to be like the best offensive line in the NFL. And the injuries and whatever, and they stink, and and Jonathan Taylor, again, as great as he is, as you're saying, he's only as good as the offensive line. So when he's not running, they don't have time for when Ryan was quarterback. Yeah, that and then Washington, they at the beginning of the season, this was going to be Wentz against Ryan, and now we got Heineke against Ehlinger.
Well, I did my preview, my season win total previews before the season started, and in my preview on Washington, I said that statistically Heineke was as good as Wentz. Really, there's a case to be made that their stats line up pretty evenly, and I wasn't sold on Wentz even being an upgrade to Heineke. So I'm not surprised that they've opted to go with him, and I don't think there's much of a drop off there at all, really.
Yeah, neither do I. I've actually taken Washington in this game. And Heineke, it's close to Heineken, so that's a step up there.
I wouldn't doubt if the guys in the locker room, rally around him as well, right? Because he's the backup quarterback that came in last year. He played well enough to get them some wins. I mean, he's not Aaron Rodgers or anything like that, but he's a gamer, let's say. He's got maybe a bit of Fitzmagic type charisma, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't think he's bad. He's and when he has played, he's looked good to decent and or decent to good. And yeah, I think I'm not. I wouldn't say it's an even quarterback matchup there. I'll take Heineke over the rookie right now. That's for sure. And then we got another new quarterback in going in Tennessee, Malik Willis against the Texans, and that line's been going seems to be going back and forth. Uh, I don't know. I liked Willis when he was in college, but I don't think it's really going to matter in this game. I think it's going to be Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Willis. I'm not a big fan of Tennessee. I'm surprised they've done as well as they have. I'm skeptical about Derrick Henry, though. I don't know if he's got what it takes to be the old Derrick Henry.
Good point. Good point. But it is the Texans.
That's true, and the Texans, is as well as they've played and as many point spreads as they've covered, they haven't locked anybody down. Even in the games that they won or kept close, they still gave up a ton of yards. I know in that one game, I think it was week 1 against the Colts, and they won outright in that game, but they gave up 500 yards.
Yeah. What do you think about this the Sunday night game? Is going to be a Buffalo blowout? Can Green Bay find some way to keep it close?
I mean, I definitely don't want to bet on Buffalo minus 10.5, but they'll probably win by more than that. Really, I mean, there's not a lot to be inspired about for the Packers. There's a quarterback that I don't think the locker room's rallying around when he's criticizing a lot of players. So I think he's losing a lot of guys. They don't have a lot of talent at wide receiver to work with. But I mean, what were they thinking going into the season with the receiving core that they had? What have they been thinking for the last 5 years, really? Because they've had Devontae Adams and a bunch of jokers, and they haven't really made it. And then they go into the draft every year and they take everybody but receivers, backup quarterbacks. Jordan Love. I mean, why did they draft Jordan Love? I mean, is he ever going to be the franchise quarterback at Green Bay? Because they could have had I don't know who they could have had, but they could have had probably Justin Jefferson instead of Jordan Love. You know what I mean? Somebody of that caliber.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I put and I'll give you the wide receiver core isn't anything to write home about. But I put some of that also. I put some of that on Rodgers. He knew he was going to have a bunch of guys that he's not used to playing with, and what did he do in the offseason? What did he do in OTAs? What did he do? Nothing.
He went to Burning Man, I saw.
Yeah. We went to Brazil and did some psychedelics and found himself.
He dressed up like Nicolas Cage in Con Air.
Yeah, well,
And I mean, there's a time and a place for that. I thought that was kind of cool, but
But yeah, and then to come back and say, we gotta work things out. My wide receivers, gotta do better, get on the same page. Well, you had a chance, but what about the World Series? Any thoughts on the World Series going forward?
I'll probably ride the dog. The Phillies have looked good. I think even last night they didn't give up. They at least had a little rally at the end. If you were betting on the total, they got you the push. If you had the over, they screwed the under betters. But yeah, no, I mean, I think they've been getting the clutch hits. Syndergaard is going to go in Game 3, I guess. I don't know why has he been pitching such short outings recently, and how many innings is he actually expected to pitch is my question. But I'll probably ride with the dog again. I've had the Phillies in the first 2 games, so.
All right, yeah. Yeah, you know, when I got Syndergaard, yeah, he was just up and down for a while in his starts. He pitched have some good starts and some bad starts. Yeah, and I don't know why he's pitched so little in the playoffs. It'll be interesting. You know, you got him and McCullers. Hasn't pitched much this year, so I mean that could very easily go to a
And
bullpen game.
McCullers got roughed up by the Yankees in his last start, and
Yeah,
it's a road start at Citizens Bank Park against a fairly hot lineup. I mean, it's not an ideal situation for a guy that really hasn't hasn't spent much time in these kind of situations. Certainly not
yeah,
recently.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm almost looking at that could turn very easily into a bullpen game early for both teams, which could you
I
could
mean, that might be the intention for the Phillies is they
uh,
they want to roll out Syndergaard for 1 to 3 innings max, and then turn to their bullpen.
have they announced a week 4 starter yet? A week game
I'm
4
guessing it's
starter.
going to be. I guess it's got to be Suarez. No,
Yeah, I was just wondering if they announced him because I could see him going Syndergaard
unless
with
they
maybe
unless
three.
they plan to
If they
use
had
both guys tomorrow and then come back with
that,
Nola.
ooh, uh, yeah, because I don't know who else they have. 'Cause I was thinking they might use both of them tomorrow, but then we'll come back with they could come back with Noah, but I
I
don't
mean, how
know.
many days will it have been? It was. We're now. It would be 4 days, right? 4 days rest.
It'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday. When is game 4? Tuesday?
I think game 4 is Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have pitched Friday, so you had Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, and then since it's at night, you could consider that a day off. So yeah, about 4 days rest. Ooh, I don't know. That's taking a chance though. I guess a lot of it depends on how the game starts off tomorrow. But
Yeah. I mean, I guess if the series is 2-1 for the Phillies, I don't know what the situation. I mean, there's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot easier to make decisions based on a 2-2 series than a 2-1 series.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, a 2-2 series suggests that you're going to go. You're going to go to at least 6 games. So you're going to need to plan that out. But if it's a 2-1 series, you're either trying to end it as quick as you can, or just trying to hang on and survive. Right.
yeah,
So
yeah. So how are things in Thailand at the moment?
things are pretty good. I mean, I'm working so hard. Football season, I don't get a chance to go out and really enjoy the everything that Thailand has to offer so much. But yeah, it's a great place to be, especially given all the in the inflation and the raised cost of living in North America. It's when you're in Southeast Asia, the cost of living is a lot cheaper, so that's certainly a bonus.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that was a good thing about living over there. But all right, Jess. I'll
My,
let
my
I'll,
two my two favorite things about living in Thailand, Dan, are uh, cost of living and nobody knows whether you're Democrat or Republican. Nobody's watching the midterm elections. Nobody, you know what I mean? Like
there you go.
that's a discussion that doesn't even happen in the neighborhood. So
There you go.
those are
So
my two favorite
that's
things.
good. Yeah. All all my students knew which way I leaned, so that was always a good time around election time with all my students when I was over there. But hey, all right, Jess, thanks a lot. I'll let you go get watch these games. I know it's a little late over there. I don't know if you stay up to watch all the games or, but
I
good
usually
luck.
make it to halftime in the second games.
All right, good luck, and I'll see you on some of the other shows. I'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
All right,
Have a
thanks a
good
lot.
day.